Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. Mo Dynasty. It's episode 30, and in this episode, we're going to go down to the minor leagues and take a look at AAA Charlotte.
Here we are going to the Angels of Los Angeles on the 19th of June. We've lost the last two to San Diego as we continue this West Coast trip. It's June 19th, and I rolled the D30, and I got a new event. So we're going to go ahead and simulate this game and see if we can break the losing streak. We do not, as we fall 3-6. Sosa had a home run. Chaparro had a home run. Grant Taylor gives up 4 runs in 4 innings as his ERA goes up just a tad. Curtis, 2 runs in 2 innings. Once pitches a scoreless 2 innings. But we fall for the 3rd straight time, and we are now only 1 game above 500. We go to June 20th. It's a roll of D8, and it's a trainer event. It says, trainers trying to work with a random MLB player on a nagging injury that won't go away. So this injury for the trainer trying to fix says, it won't go away, so it's a trainer roll. Our trainer is only a 1, so when I roll a 26, of course, it's a failure, which means we're going to lose D6 durability. And then we have to randomly roll to see which player it is, and I rolled, and it's going to be Jake Eater. So poor Jake is already a 70C 27-year-old, but he's going to lose 5 durability. And he's going to drop to 59 durability. And with that, I think the storyline is as follows. While I pitched with him phenomenally the last time, and he recorded a lot of strikeouts, he is showing the cold streak. Prelander Baroa is hot, and I think we are going to move Prelander Baroa into the starting rotation now. I think we've seen enough from Jake Eater. Now the question is, with Jake, with this injury concern, this durability concern, should we move him down? He has 3 options. So the question is, do we keep him in long relief, or do we let him go down to the minors and get some seasoning? And then the question is, if we would bring somebody up, who would we bring up? We could bring up Kyle Busch, who's 26 years old. He's used one of his options, but he's hot right now. Do I want to bring up Noah Schultz quite yet? I don't know. But Kyle Busch has the best whip other than Juan Correa. Juan Correa is actually pitching phenomenally in the minors. The problem is he already pitched this year. Now, we only gave him 16 innings, but it was a struggle. Kyle Busch hasn't gotten an opportunity this year. And so I think we're going to make it Kyle Busch. And we're going to make that call. So Kyle Busch, Jake Eater's going to go down. And we are going to bring up Kyle Busch. Now Kyle Busch will, I think, be long relief for now. We're going to let Baroa get a chance. He's done really well so far. If it doesn't work out, we'll slot Kyle Busch into that spot. But this does give us a 3rd lefty in the bullpen, which I do like having that option. And Kyle Busch has earned it. So now we're going to go down here, and we will make Jake Eater. We're going to get him down there and see if we can get him some help. His numbers are going up, so that's good news. But yeah, we need to have him get a little bit more seasoning, figure things out, work on your whatever it is you need to work on. And we're going to prolong the call-up of Noah Schultz a little bit longer. It's 22, 70 overall. I'd like to see him get to like a 72 overall. Jerby was a 70, or is a 70. He struggled. So, Valetti, you keep working. Your numbers are pretty much going up. You can see our staminas are going down. That has to do probably with our pitching coach, unfortunately, in the game. So that is the move we are going to do on this day, and we're going to go ahead and sim this 20th game. Let's end the 3-game losing streak. We do end the 3-game losing streak. 6-1. Let's see how we pull this off. Jolks went 2 for 2. Burleson 2 for 5. Ward 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs, and he had a home run. One wonders if that was a grand slam or not. Fletcher went 1 for 4. Melendez 2 for 4. He's up to 250. And Cannon goes 8 innings and gives up 1 run. Great job. Boozer pitches a scoreless inning. And we are now 39 and 37. And we've got scouting, so I'm going to take care of that and come back. For week 12 of scouting, I've got all 3 scouts looking at the position at certain areas. So for our first scout, we're going to continue to scout the right fielders in the central area. My second scout, we're going to continue to look at left fielders in the central area. And my third scout, I'm going to switch up from looking individually at Batista, third baseman from the International, and I'm just going to do more of an umbrella scouting of third basemen at International as well. I'm feeling pretty good about where we're going with our first pick, but now I feel like we've got a lot of options with our first pick, but I want to make sure that we have options at our second, third, and fourth picks. So I'm trying to get that umbrella cast so that we can do well on those other picks. I don't want to just hit down that first pick, although that's definitely the most important, but I feel like there's enough people I've looked at now that we will hit on that. After taking care of that recruiting, we are going to finish our 3-game series in Los Angeles. We've split the first 2. Let's see if we can get to 40 wins by June 21st. We have an injury. Ooh, lost 4-5. Let's see how we lost this game. Dominguez 2 for 3. Good to see. Fletcher 2 for 5. Like it. Burleson 2 for 4. Clifford 0 for 4, but still hitting 306. Sosa up to 242. That's a good sign. Colson Montgomery up to 253. That's another good sign. Chaparro continues to drop. He is 1 for 3, though, so that improved his average a bit. Corey Julks got a pitch hit. He's up to 168. And Corey Lee, shockingly, 0 for 4 and still has no average. We had home runs from Dominguez, Fletcher, and Vaughn Brown, of all people. 2 stolen bases from Dominguez, 1 from Sosa. Al Burleson caught stealing twice. Yeah, why is he running? Drew Thorpe goes 5 innings, gives up only 1 run to drop his ERA. Watts pitches a scoreless inning. Paredes gets a hold. Ray Mata takes the loss, though. Ooh, gives up 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning to jump his ERA up to 3.93. And Curtis pitched a third of a scoreless inning. Unfortunately, we take the loss 4-5. Because that was a sim, by the way, when I looked. So that was a sim. So we will advance a day to June 22nd. For June 22nd, it is a Roll D10 playful game with D10 of player approval rating on the line. Unfortunately, as you see the calendar, that is an off day, so we miss a chance to play a game. So we're going to go ahead and simulate that off day. I mean, the good news is we can't lose, right? But the bad news is this month we've been 3 games under 500. Don't like to see that, but I am encouraged by the fact that we have a 6-game homestand against some small market teams. Granted, we're not a big squad, but 3 at home against the Rays, who are 27 and 51, one of the worst teams in baseball, and the Pirates, who are 36 and 43. In my opinion, last year I'd have been happy if we'd have won 2 or 3 of these games, but this year I feel like we've got to take both series. We've got to take 2 or 3 from the Rays and 2 or 3 from the Pirates, and if we do that, it's a big if, but if we do that, we would be at 43 and 40, and that would get us back to even 500 for the month. And then, if we could beat the Cardinals, then we could actually have a winning month. And the Cardinals are 34 and 45. So we have, let's look at July. We've got a 9-game stretch here against teams that are not doing well. This is a great opportunity for the Chicago White Sox. June 23rd is a team chemistry day. Rolled D12, got a 5. Simulate the game. If you win, you add D10 to your team chemistry. If you lose, you drop D10. And we lost 3-6. That drops us to 39 and 39. And we rolled and lost 9 team chemistry, so we're down to 54. On our team chemistry, which still isn't bad, but I would like to have gotten that win. And now we're back to 500 as we've lost 4 of our last 5. We're on to June 24th, roster readjustment day. I rolled and got a GM checks to current budget versus the salary cap. And I believe we're still at the 59 million. Ooh, we're actually at 58 million. So we've actually shed a little bit of money. Not sure how we did that. But we are under the cap, so we are good to go. So it's a sim of the day. And unfortunately, we lose 4-1. And this is unfortunately, we dropped to under 500 for the first time in a while. We are on to June 25th. Hopefully trying to salvage one of these games against the Rays. We were looking to take 2 of 3, and now we've lost the first 2. Personnel changes, pitching coach. The team has an ERA ranked in the top 10, increase the rating by 10. It's in the bottom 10, decrease it by 10. Yeah, but unfortunate. Ranking, when you look at ERA, as we are ranked in the 21st spot. So we just missed being out of the bottom 10. So we drop our pitching coach's rating from a rating of 6 to -4. And we'll simulate this game, hopefully pulling off a victory. We get swept by the Rays. Now we have a offer for trade. Blake Dunn for Nick Maton. The money lines up. Do we want to make this move? This is a move we do want to make. He's 27. That's 29, so we're getting a little bit younger. Then can play all spots. Currently at 248. If we're going to make this move, we will accept. And we'll change the lineup here in a second. So it's going to be June 26th, and before I do the event for June 26th, I am going to make a move. As I'm looking at Cam Boozer, he's just not cutting it. 5.47 ERA, 26 innings pitched. It's not like it's a couple innings. And down in doubles, Tyler Gilbert is pitching with 34 innings of 1.56. And if you look at Tyler Gilbert, he's only at 63 overall. But look at his, he performed for us last year. And the only reason we sent him down was because of the Rule 5. We just ran out of space. But I think Cam Boozer is just not cutting it currently this year. So we are going to send down Cam Boozer to triples. And we are going to bring up Tyler Gilbert back up to the majors. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. And we're going to set that up. And we'll do a look at June 26th, which is minor league day. Roll D20 and follow the results, then simulate the day. And it says play AAA full game. I rolled a 20. It says play a AAA full game, plus or minus D4 potential to deserving pitcher if the team wins or loses. So basically what that's saying is, based on the game that we play against the Louisville Bats, whoever has the best or worst pitching job based on if we win or lose will get a plus or minus D4 in potential. So we are going to take a trip down to the minors, and we are going to play this game. And we're going to see how it goes. We're going to be pitching with Peyton Paletti, who is cold right now. One of our pitchers down there that is cold. But we're going to be going up against their righty, Julian Aguilar, who's a 6-6 with a 2.81 ERA. And we're going to see how this goes. I am going to make a couple substitutions. Wes Kath is a lefty, and Blaine Dunn is tired. So we're going to go ahead and put Wes Kath in at left field. And other than that, I think we're going to go with what we've got. So this is going to give us a chance to go down to our triples and see what the Charlotte Knights can offer. Because there's a good chance that many of these players will be up on our roster in a couple of years, if not next year for sure. People like Matt Shaw. Terrell Tatum's been up before. So it gives a good opportunity to see the next crop of people playing for the White Sox. Also gives us a chance to see Peyton Paletti. I mean, at one point this year we were thinking about bringing him up, but he's certainly ran into a string of bad outings lately because his ERA has jumped up to 4.48. Let's see if we can have a good day from Peyton Paletti, lower that ERA, get a win, and help someone with their potential. It's also a great opportunity to see this squad down the triples for the first time. We've done some player lock, but not the whole squad. Two count. With a two-seamer. Oh, and we get the AAA umpire's version of what a strike is, and we will gladly take it. One away. Austin Hendrick up next. Let's see what his changeup is like. You do not want to throw that pitch in the major leagues, I'll tell you that. 1-2 count. And there's another strikeout for Peyton Paletti. 2 up, 2 down. Oh, wild flail there from Guave Marte. Down on the minors, 10 home runs. He's going to pop that out into foul territory. Let's see what the curveball looks like. Ooh, pretty good for Peyton. Didn't bite. A little surprised. It's a pretty good curveball. And we strike out the side with Peyton Paletti. We go to the bottom of the first. Great first inning for Peyton Paletti. No score. We're facing off against Julian Aguilar with a very good ERA. And the Terrell Tatum hitting .288 down here in the minors. As you remember, we played with him last year, in the first year. Started out good, but then struggled. Eventually, we had to send him back down, where he has been all year looking for his chance to get back to the majors. And that will certainly help his cause. That is a perfect hit. 107 off the bat for Terrell Tatum. Leadoff single. It's a good start here for the Barons. Up the bat is Poca Grego. This is his first at bat at triples. I just brought him up from doubles as he was tearing it up in the doubles. And we wanted to give him a chance to start here in the triples. As he fouls off that sinker, 1-2 count. And we've got him batting second because he has been swinging a hot bat. He's going to dribble this up to the catcher. He's going to try to throw him out, and he's going to be safe. And Grego gets his first hit in the triples. And we start off the first inning with back-to-back singles. And that shows you the wonderful nature of baseball. 107 off the bat for the first hit, and a 6-foot dribbler for the second hit. Both work. And now we have Tristan Gray with 2 on and nobody out. Tristan Gray shows a lot of pop, by the way. He has double-digit home runs. He fouls off that circle change. Fouls that pitch off again. 92 mile an hour. on the two-seamer. Aguiar does feature a two-seamer, circle change, slider, curveball, and sinker. And he's just not showing right now a put-away pitch. We are taking advantage of that. Oh, good hold by Tristan Gray there. Wouldn't bite on the curveball. Notice that 65 power against righties. That's going to get out of play. Tristan Gray having a great at-bat here. Working the count. I mean, Aguiar's already at 15 pitches, and he hasn't recorded an out yet in the first inning. And a good take there by Gray. Gives us a full count. And that ball's going to be hit down the first base line. 3-6-3 double play. And just like that, Aguiar goes from what could have been a devastating inning to now 2 outs and a runner on third. That's going to be up to Matt Shaw to try to bring home the run. That was the worst possible outcome you could have had absent of a triple play. And Shaw swings through a two-seamer.
2 strike.
Oh, 1-2 count. What a missed opportunity there from the Barons. Shaw's trying to come through, though, with a clutch 2-out hit. His clutch rating is 47. Good take on the slider, Matt Shaw. Yeah, he is a top 50 prospect. A prospect as well. A65, if I remember right. And he's going to scorch that ball down the left field line, but it's going to go foul. But that had the distance for a home run. And Aguiar's going to throw his 24th pitch of the first inning. Another foul ball. Yeah, with a lack of velocity, Aguiar has to work on control like that double play. Doesn't appear to have a ton of strikeout potential. But if you can control, you can get those double play balls like he did and get out of these jams as he has so far to this point. That being said, we are seeing a lot of pitches from Aguiar. This will be his 27th pitch. And now he's going to pitch his 28th pitch. This will be the 10th pitch in this at-bat for Matt Shaw, who's having a professional at-bat. Let's see if he can poke a hit. He crushes that ball foul. What an at-bat from Matt Shaw so far. Oh, but he swings at the slider. I was looking low and outside, and I committed too soon. Aguiar gets out of the jam with no runs scored, but the Knights do get 2 hits. And we did get him to pitch a lot of pitches. Well, here is Nick Maton. How about that? Wow, we traded him away this episode, and we face him this episode. Nick Maton just wasn't going to see any playing time with us. His time with us was done. And now he's on the Louisville team. We'll see if he gets to call on their squad. But for us, I had seen enough of Nick Maton. He does offer that positional flexibility, but other than that, there was nothing else left for us to see with Nick Maton, as Austin Callahan's going to hit this into center field for a double. His 15th double of the year. Cam Collier swings, flails, you should say, at that pitch. And it's 1-2. And he gets called out on strike 3. Peyton Paletti painting the black in the upper inside corner. Watching the replay. Perfectly placed by Paletti. And it's a 1-2 count on Austin Wins. Somehow Austin Wins hit that ball with 2 outs.
Nope, that's inside.
Good eye on the four-seamer there. And he's going to pop this up to Gray, Tristan Gray. who is a shortstop by craft, but he can play first, second, third. Makes the catch. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Jordan Sprinkle's going to lead up for us in the bottom of the second. Our shortstop. All he can play is shortstop. It's the only position he can play. Of course, he can DH, but he doesn't have any positional flexibility other than shortstop. I almost feel like Jordan Sprinkle is probably going to be a AAA player his whole life. I'm not quite sure he has the skill set that will translate to the majors, but anything's possible. But you do need people playing in all your levels, and so for now, he's our starting shortstop in the triples. Here's Wes Kath, once former big prospect, now deep potential with our organization. He plays the corner positions, left field, right field, and third base.
2-2 the count.
I have moved him up from the doubles to the triples this year, so looking to see what he can do.
The count is full.
As you can see, he's currently batting .222, so he hasn't fully impressed yet, but he is still fairly young as he drives that ball. Just had that 47 power against righties. He hits this ball pretty far. Went down to get that. He drives that a good 380 plus feet. Fortunately, it's the deepest part of the park, and there's two away. That brings up Brian Ramos. I remember him from last year. He was in our majors. Unfortunately for Brian, a call down to the triples this year has not helped him, as he's only hitting 208. I thought he might be able to tear it up in the triples to build some confidence, but I've even toyed with the idea of moving him down in the doubles as much as he struggled. But we'll see. That is what is nice about playing this game, is getting to see some of these players that we don't know, but then also seeing some of these players that we do know from last year and seeing if they can get back to the majors. Nice catch there from Kath, running that down. On the way. Dominic Telly. Up next. He's going to ground this back up, and we're just going to miss it. And the number 9 hitter for Louisville gets on base, and there's one away. Justice Thompson back up for his second go. And he swings through the two-seamer.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's going to get this into pretty good shot to Tatum, but it will be caught. And there'll be 2 away. And we have Austin Hendrick. He swings on the change, a perfect pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hendrick gets a hold of that. Going to foul that off. And he strikes out on the fastball. We go to the bottom of the third. Still no score in this game. Although AER is up to 48 pitches already. Here we have Colin Barber.
2 strikes.
Once again, not sure Colin Barber has a future in the majors, but that certainly looks like a great hit. Perfect swing. Our second of the game. Colin Barber has himself a 104 exit velo stand-up double. His first of the year. And he's in scoring position. Good stroke there, and that brings up Daenerys De La Cruz, our B65 potential pitcher, who should know better than swing at that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
We're trying to move the runner over to third, De La Cruz at the very least, so we are going to choke up here. We hit it, unfortunately, into shallow center, and we are not going to run on that arm. And we'd have been gunned out. So we can't move the runner over, and that brings up Terrell Tatum. Was looking fastball there, swung at the certain change. Come on, Tatum.
a ball.
Good take there. 1 for 1 on the day, hitting .291 as he tries to make his way back to the majors. Strikes out on the 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll be 1 for 2 on the day. And that leaves it up to Poke Grego, who is currently batting 1,000 in the triples, as he is 1 for 1 in his first appearance here in the triples.
2 balls, 1 strike.
He is currently rated our number 16th prospect in the White Sox organization. So there's that piece of information. As he's going to ground this out to shortstop. Throw to first.
Oh.
We've played 3. No score.
Nope.
Noel Marte. 2-1 count. So put this down. That's going to be a foul ball. Can Barber track it down? He will not be able to. And it's a 2-2 count. Oh, good curveball from Paletti. I think he picks up his 5th strikeout, maybe? Strikeout number... Oh, they don't say. I feel like that's 5. Ooh, can Shaw get there? Foul ball. Get to it, Shaw. Get to it, Shaw. Get to it, Shaw. Get to it. Oh! Nick Maton gets lucky. And instead, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way with the strikeout. Another punch-out for Paletti, as he looks sharp right now.
Ball inside.
And he's been, for the most part, pumping strikes. That's what you want to see. Jordan Sprinkle over to make the play. 1, 2, 3 inning. Great pitching from Paletti so far. We go to the bottom of the 4th, they'll score. Tristan Gray. This is a guy I do think can make it back to the majors. His power stroke alone. That 65 power against righties is very enticing. He is already, I think, 26. So he hits this ball pretty well to left field. Unfortunately, not far enough. Yeah, he is a person I think could be a bench infielder. Especially since he's a lefty at bat. I think he could make it back to the majors.
That's in. Ball 2.
He did, I think, appear for us back in August and September of last year. He got the call up late. Just that power potential alone from a middle infielder can get you on to a major league roster. Hard this year because of all the Rule 5 pickups we made.
That's ball 4.
As Matt Shaw draws a walk. First walk allowed in the game from either squad. And now we got Jordan Sprinkle. 1 on, 1 out. Let's see if Sprinkle can do some damage here. He's going to ground this just foul. Got on top of it just a tad. Aguiar went with a slide step there. Maybe expecting to steal. That ball was hit pretty well. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to quite make it. That's about 375 feet. But the deepest part of the field once again. And there's 2 away. And that brings up Wes Kath, sporting that 214 average. Will he ever get to reach that potential? A little hit and run action there from the Barons. As Aguiar approaches his 80th pitch of the day, and we're only in the 4th. Kath lucky to just get a piece of that circle change. But every time we foul off, we make Aguiar pitch more and get into their bullpen that much faster. We're going to ground that back at the middle. Nice play by Aguiar to reach that glove up. Kath probably swung at the ball there, but we've played 4, and there's no score. Cam Collier up with a 170
1
average.
ball, 2 strikes.
We're going to go back to that changeup. Double up on it. We're going to strike out Cam Collier. Yeah, I've had Cam Collier in a previous franchise dynasty. I can't remember which team. But I liked hitting with him.
8, 2.
Oh, good. Inning so far from Paletti. Punching out 2 batters. And he's getting close to double-digit strikeouts. I know that much. Evan Arroyo, can he be the next victim? As this changeup has served us well today. And it serves us well again. We've played 4.5. Paletti looking sharp out there today. And in comes Jack Cushing. Yeah, I wonder if this is the Rangers organization. I feel like these players I had with the Rangers a couple years back when I did my franchise with the Rangers. Ooh, Ramos waited well on that pitch. Unfortunately, just swung early.
2-2 the count.
Take a ball there. Cushing can get up to 96 that fastball. He also features a changeup, curveball, and another fastball, two-seamer. And we hit this right back up the middle from whence it came. Brian Ramos with a leadoff single. Not the hardest hit ball ever, but it counts as a single. And once again, we have runners on base. That brings up Colin Barber, who is 1 for 1 on the day with that perfect double. Just missed that one. And we've had several balls thrown or hit into that center field area. That was probably the weakest of the three, but still, not bad contact. Good contact, in fact. Just not a lot of power with his stroke. Only 37 power against righties. No, he swung late with De La Cruz there. I didn't want to swing, but it just hung up there too long. So De La Cruz, our best prospect of catchers.
Ball, that's in.
In the triples, at least for right now. And as he strikes out, though, on the changeup, and there's 2 away, and both teams having a hard time scoring. And here's Terrell Tatum. 1 for 2 in the day. Can he work some 2-out magic against Jack Cushing? Oh, Jack is really leaning on that changeup right now. Tatum's second on our team in doubles, the triples. And they're going to call him out on that strike. Okay. Tatum doesn't like it. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it might have caught the black, but, well, you're going to get that sometimes in the triples. We're sending Letty back out in the 6th. Oh, this is Team Cincinnati. Okay. So I think it's the Rangers organization, but apparently it's the Reds organization. So Patelli is one of their top prospects. He is batting 9th, so we do feel we should get him out. Wes Cath, can he get there? Can he get there? Can he get there? Can he get there? He can. Nice play, Wes Cath, 1 away.
Inside ball.
2-2 count. Wouldn't bite on the two-seamer. There's the curveball. Matt Shaw showing the range and throwing out the 73 speed Justice Thompson. Great baseball name, by the way. That brings up Hendrick, who has struggled today. 2 strikeouts on the day. As he looks at curveball.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball.
But he wouldn't bite on the two-seamer.
2
Let's go
balls,
back inside
2
with the
strikes.
4-seamer and see if we can punch him out.
The count's
Good
full.
take from Hendrick. Let's go that pitch that's helped us all day, the changeup. Yep. It's a good pitch, but you don't want to throw it down the middle. Barber plays it well off the fence, but with 72 speed, he'll be safe. And it's a 2-out double from Austin Hendrick. And I think with that, we will definitely start to warm up the bullpen. And we will go with Garrett Shanley. He's fully rested. I don't mind pitching with him at all. And that pitch is hit out to center field. Can Tatum get there? He will be able to get there. We've played 5.5, and it's a beautiful job by Pletty. No runs given up. Opportunity to get the win if we could just put a run on the board. We're showing them 2, 3, 4.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's see if Grego can do his thing.
Ball. Three and 2.
Seeing the ball well. You've got the 10 home run Tristan Gray on deck. Oh, Cushing challenged Grego, and Grego did not meet the challenge. That's a strikeout, 1 away. Tristan Gray up. 93 in the gun from Cushing. Another challenge pitch. Is she not afraid to challenge these hitters? And then he mixes in that curveball. Gray did a good job fouling that off.
Nope, that's a ball.
Shows an excellent patience there, taking that two-seamer in the dirt. Waited on that. And gets himself a single. Not sure if that was a changeup. Yeah, looks like it was a changeup. Gray pulled it. And we got a one-out hit. And Matt Shaw. The 1-2 count. Can Matt Shaw put us on the board?
That's outside.
Yeah, that curveball, I hate to jinx it, but I don't really feel like curveball is his go-to pitch. I think that fastball is what is going to help Jack Cushing get us out. So that's what I'm looking for. And of course, I did jinx it because he strikes us out with curveball. But I don't feel it's a great curveball, so I'm really trying to take it out of the equation and just focus on that fastball. Two-seamer.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they're calling Jordan Sprinkle the 21st best prospect in the White Sox organization.
Ball 2.
Wasn't going to give me a curveball again. Not after I already said the curveball wasn't an effective pitch. And throw over to first. Nothing doing from Gray. Let's see if we can't sprinkle in a little magic here.
Count full.
Brushback pitch. Not sure they want to walk sprinkled to put a runner in scoring position at second. And we are going to hit this ball again to center field, and again it will be caught. And again there'll be no scoring. I really feel like it's going to be the first team to win in this game. And with lefty, 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 is it time to take out Paletti at 99 pitches? I think it is. So we are going to go ahead and warm up Heasley. And we're going to bring in Shanley. Nice game, Paletti. 5 innings of scoreless ball, but with a roster of lefty, lefty, lefty coming up, it just made sense. Now, lefties are actually hitting better against Shanley than righties. But with a 1.84 average, he has shown an ability to be an effective AAA pitcher. Will he ever get that call again back to the majors? I don't know. He might have already seen his one chance, but you never know in baseball. He keeps pitching like this and lowering that ERA, he might get the call. Especially if one of our starters struggles or continues to struggle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we see some ERAs get into the 5s. You have to think if something gets close to like 5.8, you might see Garrett Shanley back. For him, though, the problem is there are just so many other prospects that we think are getting close to being ready. He might have gotten overtaken. But could he make it back to the majors in relief, like long relief, or like a lefty?
Ball 3.
It's like all Cam calling it a strike on that. Surprising. And the count is full. Yeah, could Shanley make it back as middle relief lefty? I think that's where his role could be if he does make it back to the majors. It strikes out that batter. We go to the 7th inning stretch. The fans are looking for excitement. And we give it to him. In comes in Gabo. 2.44 ERA. We're going to send it there 6, 7, and 8. We're also going to warm up. I think we're going to warm up Cam Boozer as well. But we'll stretch and toss him. All right, so we're facing in Gabo. 4-seamer cutter, slurve, and circle change. I think I said that name right. That cutter came in at 91. Gabo looks like a big boy. What is this? What's his deal? Player card. You see it? Can't see it. Looks like a big boy out there, though. And he's going to use that Earth to strike us out. Kath goes down on the strikeout. That brings up Brian Ramos. He's got a 1-1 count, as we always use quick counts. We're going to hit this ball pretty well into the gap. That's at least going to be a double for Brian Ramos. And he's got a stand-up double. Good job, Brian Ramos, with your double here in the 7th. What a good stroke that was to launch that into the right center field area. And now we have a chance to put the first run on the board. Colin Barber, 1 for 2 in the day. 2. I thought Barber showed a good eye there to not swing at that. But they're going to say it caught the zone. 1-2. And he's going to rip this down the right field line, just foul. That cutter was center cut. And Colin Barber tried to do the best he could, but just off the end of the bat. I was circle swinging there to just put the ball in play. There, I went back to a natural swing on the circle change. He's trying to throw a mix of pitches. Come on, Colin. And he's going to hit Colin Barber. Interesting. So a hit batter puts first and second. With 1 out. And Denarius De La Cruz up. Favorable hitters count. We're going to guess high fastball. And it's a 3-1 count. And now we're definitely going to guess high and inside fastball. Anything else than that, we'll take a pitch. They're going to call that a strike, and the count is full. Make it be a strike, Denarius. And that is ball 4, and the bases are loaded, and Ian has lost control. Hit one batter, walks the next one, and the bases are loaded with 1 out, and Terrell Tatum is up, looking to make a memory, be the hero. And he takes the curve or the slurve inside. Unfortunately, Tatum's only hit .215 with runners in scoring position, but this is a golden opportunity and a hard player to double up as well. He's going to hit this fairly deep. Here comes the sacrifice fly. Here comes the play at the plate. And a run will score. And Tatum does his job with the sacrifice fly. It's not glamorous, but it gets the job done. And the Barons take a lead, 1-0. And Grego has an opportunity to tack on with a 2-out hit. Already has his first hit in triples. And get another one. And he's going to put this into the gap, and that's going to score 1. It's 2-0. Is Grego showing he belongs in the triples? 2 for 4 day for Grego. And the Barons increase their lead to 2-0. Great clutch 2-out hit. As the Barons also go first to third. And that's going to chase the Louisville Bats reliever. And in comes a new thrower, Yasver Zuleta. Pretty good ERA. Lefties hitting not as great as righties, so interesting splits there. But Tristan Gray has an opportunity to give the lead a bigger opportunity, and he does not disappoint. A 3-run blast by Tristan Gray, his 11th home run of the year. And the Barons explode here in the 7th. As I said, Tristan Gray has an opportunity to hit his way back to the majors. And this is why. He does have major league pop. And that was hit 378 feet. I mean, not the most titanic of swings. But that really changes the nature of this game. And now it's 5-0. It's the crowd is loving it here in Birmingham. Shaw will fly out to end the 7th, but the Barons have already struck 5 runs, 8 hits, and the lead is 5. And will they send Shanley to pitch the 8th? What will they do here? Yeah, they're going to leave Shanley to pitch the 8th, now with a 5-0 lead. Save the bullpen. Also, Wins doesn't do much with that curveball. 8,400 here to see this game. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play. 2-2 count. At this point in the final league, just want to throw strikes, Garrett. And that's a strikeout. Shanley picks up another strikeout, and we move on to Edwin Arroyo. 0 for 2 in the day. That curveball hung, and the umpire does not award him with a strike call. The curveball is going to be hit into play. 2 away as Tristan Gray there to make the unassisted play. And right now, Barons are cruising. Sprinkle deep in the hole. This would be impressive if he made it. Wow, he makes the play. Jordan Sprinkle, nice defense, and he's going to lead off. How often do you see that? Great defensive play followed by leading off the next inning. And he's going to face Zulieta again. Zuleta. And he whips this ball into the gap. Jordan Sprinkle has a double. And the outfielder having a hard time with it, but we're going to stay at 2. Jordan Sprinkle, 98 off the exit velo there, his 5th double of the year. And I tell you what, this AAA team is hitting the ball quite well. And that ball's going to be hit to the outfield, and that's going to score a run. It's 6-0 Barons. Wes Kath with an RBI single. That also hit 98 off the bat. And things are looking very good here in Birmingham. Ryan Ramos up. He's 2 for 3 in the day. He's going to take that sinker for a strike. That's a 1-2 count. Good weight. I think the PCI placement is what held us back. Ramos strikes out. Yeah, that slider was hang, but you had our PCI placement in the wrong spot. We're going to get under this one for a 2-out. But he hit it pretty well. So he hit that about 375 feet. It brings up De La Cruz with 2 outs, hitting .222 with 22 pitches thrown. A lot of 2s. Good eye from De La Cruz not to bite on that slider. And now we have, as I said, a lot of 2s. 2-2 count. 2 outs. De La Cruz hitting .222. He's going to launch this in the right field, opposite field, but I don't think he's quite got enough distance. He does have distance. It's off the wall. Another run will score. And it's now going to be 7-0. De La Cruz off the wall. Opposite field double. And we've put up a touchdown against the Bats. And that'll chase that reliever. And in comes the lefty Brandon Williamson, who also has good success against lefties. He does feature 5 pitches.
Nope, outside.
And up is Tatum, who's hitting .289. for the Barons. Good cut on that cutter. And Jerome Tatum launches a home run into the sky. Where is this coming from? 9-0. Tatum hits his third. And it's a hit parade here in Birmingham. Fantastic. Lefty crime. Let's watch the replay. Tatum with just a nice looking swing, and one wonders, is he going to be the first of this group to get the call up? That's why it is fun to come down and play these games. You get to see some of these people perform and see their skill sets. This Grego's going to hit this opposite field, but not out of the park as the previous batter. The Barons score again several times, and now we lead 9-0 as we look to complete this game. It's going to be Shanley going out there for the last inning. Why tax the bullpen?
That's ball 2.
Let's get through
You got
this
2
game.
balls, 1 strike.
That's going to pop up into first base area where Gray is there to make the catch. 1 away, and the Barons are 2 outs away from an impressive 9-0 victory.
1 ball, 2 strike.
And there's a strikeout on the slider. Shanley making quick work there of Austin Henrik, and there's 2 away. And the last chance will be for Noelve Marte, 0 for 3 in the day.
That ball got
And we hit him with the curveball. Clearly no intent there. He hit him with the curveball. That brings up former White Sox Nick Maton.
Ball, that's outside. Yeah.
Swings on that, and it's a full count.
3-2.
And we're 1 strike away. And wouldn't it be fitting if it was Nick Maton?
Ball 4, take the base.
Maton draws the walk, and Shanley's not out of the game yet. Austin Callahan is up. And we're once again 1 strike away from ending this. Callahan stays alive on that changeup. But he can't stay alive there. It's a strikeout. We win the game. Sorry, I've been saying the Barons the whole time. It's actually the Knights. What am I doing? The Knights are the ones that come through. Goodness gracious, it's been Charlotte the whole time. It's the Knights, not the Birmingham Barons. Someone check my credentials. I messed up the whole time. We were watching the Charlotte Knights play. All right, let's change all that. The Charlotte Knights, our AAA affiliate, do get the win. Here I was thinking it was the AA affiliate, the Barons. It's the Charlotte Knights. And we have an excellent game. Gray goes 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Tatum goes 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs and a run scored. De La Cruz with a double. Barber with a double. An amazing pitching performance from both pitchers that went for us today. Just overall, 9 runs, 12 hits. We score 5 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th. Late inning heroics, lots of fireworks, fantastic pitching for the Charlotte Knights of the AAA affiliate. And that was exciting baseball to see us play. And remember, it says D4 potential to deserving pitcher who wins the game, or win or lose the game. And so when you look at the pitching performance, you see that Paletti went 6 innings, He only gave up 3 hits, 10 strikeouts. Now, Shanley pitched 3 innings and did 5 strikeouts, but he had the walk, but no hits, and got the win. So who do I think was more effective? Well, I think Paletti kept us in the game, and even though Shanley gets the win, I think Paletti's the one that gets the D for potential boost. It's close. Both pitched extremely well, but Paletti kept us in the game. So we are going to go to Paletti's numbers. He's a 68C potential. So there's nothing he does here that's going to boost him up to a different letter, which is fine. He is going to get a little bit of a boost. And I rolled a 3. So he's going to go up to 74 potential. Great to see for Paletti. Pitched extremely well. Sorry, Shanley. I just think 6 innings of 10 strikeouts is awesome. And it's awesome to see us get a win in the triples with the Charlotte Knights. Now we are going to simulate this Major League game. Let's get off the schneid. If you notice, we have lost 4 in a row and 7 of our last 8. I don't know what has happened to the squad, but this was supposed to be a chance to jump in the standings, not to get swept at home for that 27-52 Rays. I mean, we lost to one of the worst teams in baseball. Now we go to the 39-43 Pirates, who have won the same number of games as us, and we win with Jonathan Cannon. We lose again, and the losing continues. Oh, this has been a rough month. We go from contenders to pretenders in a series of 9 days, and now we fall back into last place in our division. Very, very frustrating.
And the reality of our team is sinking in as we maybe are returning a little bit to the means as far as how this season was looking. I had a hope that we might be a wild card team, but we were way ahead of schedule. Now we're falling back to more of what I guess I should have expected. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.